Hey everyone, welcome back to the video on my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Mike. Today I'll be talking to you a little bit about differences between gray rocking and stonewalling, or going gray rock on a narcissist versus stonewalling. Okay, and I'll discuss the differences and the comparing and the contrasting, so on and so forth. If you like this content, please give it a like, comment down below your thoughts, opinions, and wisdom, and please subscribe while you're at it. Much appreciated. Thank you in advance. So let's get into briefly what going gray rocking is, or going gray rock is rather, and then we'll discuss what the stonewalling is in the context of that unhappy, toxic, narcissistic, abusive relationship. Whether it happens between a spouse or a boyfriend, girlfriend, or a friend, so-called friend, relative, so on and so forth. Going gray rock on the narcissist is typically, hopefully, when you realize that this train wreck of a relationship, so-called relationship, never served its purpose, and that narcissist, that toxic individual, never served his or her purpose either. And so you decide to become bleak, boring, dull, gray as a rock, hence the term gray rock, until you can find an exit plan. This technique is implemented when and if the victim within that toxic relationship can't go full no contact yet, and so they utilize becoming boring, silent, not engaging with that narcissist, not feeding into their antics or with that toxic person in the meantime, at least until they could find a way out, right? And perhaps when the divorce is finalized, or when you get the assets straightened out, when the narcissist moves out, or you move out, move on, relocate, etc., thus breaking the vicious cycle that is a narcissistic abusive relationship. Okay, but the victim again utilizes this method only when there is no other way out easily in the meantime. So you say as little as possible, if anything, to the narcissist. Okay, you keep it short, simple, sweet. Well, not sweet per se, but you keep it to the point. You might only speak to the narcissist regarding kids, if there are any that you share with them. It could also include assets as well: car, house, bank account, etc. Approach it. Never share a bank account with the narcissist, or anybody for that matter. It's a bad, in my opinion, decision. Like, the narcissist in particular, they'll have no qualms wiping you out. You know, not like it's happened to me first-handedly, thankfully, but I tend to keep it that way. So just be wise and make good decisions, okay? All right. Once we go gray rock and no full no contact, after we figured out the truth that this person and or people cannot change, you realize that narcissists can't change for you or for anyone for that matter. They only get worse over time, and as a result they become an aging narcissist. Now let's talk about stonewalling, what that means. And that's not like the gray rock technique, which is used as a healthy boundary for your own peace and for your own sanctity and your health and well-being, your quality of life, whether there is seemingly no way out, and your options are limited to either limited contact or ideally full no contact. The narcissist becomes bleak, boring, dull, and gray too on you, but this is not a healthy boundary. You know, being that this individual or person that you may be thinking of cannot be reasoned with by you or anybody. They can't change. They, unlike you, outright refuse to communicate while you're doing all the work, picking up the slack, even after you've identified that this person is a no-good, two-faced narcissist and a toxic individual at that, who cannot love the old, current, or new sources of supply. The narcissist, while they're stonewalling you, they'll leave your texts unread, even after you've done all the answering for them, at all hours of the day, 24/7, 365 days a year, perhaps to the point in time being an echo chamber to them, sounding board, free therapist, all the time. Okay, the narcissist will start and or continue to send your calls to voicemail Perhaps they'll have a weird voicemail prompt, something like, "This person cannot come to the phone now or ever." And you're thinking to yourself, like, what is with this person or this phone message or whatever? And you're left thinking, like, who says that? It's weird, right? This is a real life example too, but I digress. But you're thinking, what is it with this person? Who would say something like that? Who would do something like that? Who would behave in this odd manner? Simply put, a narcissist who behaves in this odd manner is afraid of being truthful and transparent, and they can't be with you or anybody else, like I said. You know, they flake, they ghost, they're here one day and gone the next night, perhaps doing who knows what, but they're certainly cowards, unlike you. Going gray rock is a healthy boundary. Perhaps the narcissist is verbally berating you, blame shifting you, projecting onto you, gaslighting you into believing that you're the problem, not them. Okay? But the narcissists are nothing but bullies, cheaters, cowards, liars, mess manipulators. But you're not berating them when they stonewall you for just having a simple question with a simple answer, but they can't provide you with one reasonably, whether it's about the kids, an asset like the car or house, or even with a flying monkey or someone else in the background that they may triangulate you with. They certainly triangulate often, and I hate that. That's disgusting, like I said, but they'll walk out of the room, say something like, "No, I don't know, can't talk," even though you know they can, but they're gaslighting you and playing you. Perhaps there is a door slam on their end, perhaps a cuss and or insult to accompany their lack of concern for you or for anybody, and you're left there to pick up the broken pieces of the puzzle. You're the one who's left high and dry, even though you never did any of those things. With the narcissist, you're the one to bring yourself closure, okay? Only you can bring yourself closure, not the narcissist. You'll never get an answer out of them. We should all know that by now, post-relationship at least, or at least once we've processed these things. But unlike stonewalling, which is unhealthy communication, as I said, or lack thereof, because they're not really communicating with you, they're giving you a form of the silent treatment. You utilize gray rock or gray rocking the toxic narcissist. You do communicate with them if and when it should warrant doing so. You don't run from the problem, unlike the narcissists, when times get tough for them or even for you. They just flee like bullies, cowards, and master manipulators, etc., whereas we've never left when times got tough. Sure, we've learned the narcissists that they've never served us for the better in any way, shape, or form. We've learned that out, whether it was over time or rather quickly. However way, when times got tough for us, we took things as we did, however painful it was, but we now know much better about ourselves and how resilient and strong we are. So in that regard, it wasn't all for nothing. If anything, learning all these manipulation tactics, i.e. ghosting, gray rock versus stonewalling, blame shifting, projection, silent treatment, so on and so forth. You know, we got stronger and wiser as a result, having gone through all of that. We had to get through those challenging times to get to where we are today. Okay? There's a purpose for everything. Nothing happens for no reason. We are now hopefully where we need to be, healed, or at the very least on the healing journey, going forwards. Okay? Not backwards. No. Processing things, as I've said, not ruminating in it. We respond with our silence. We do not react with silence like the narcissists with their stonewalling or their silent treatment. So that concludes today's video topic, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I love this weather out here. I just had to film a video. Before I close it out, I just wanted to encourage people that you should remain patient, resilient, and strong, because I know that you all are. You know, there was a time I thought I would never heal, or it would take me a long time to heal, longer than others, but I healed faster than I thought. And I realized that we can't go back in time to redo things however much we would like to. It's a nice thought, but we had to go through it to get through it. So with that said, I'm going to leave it right there. This is Mike. I love you all, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Take care.